like before. At least we don't have to do that now.
That's true. Everything's more accessible. It's just, I think with it becoming more accessible, a lot of artists that were asking for it didn't know what they were asking for. One of those, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
Who knows?
Exactly. But all right, my brother, welcome to EDJ Studios. This is the EDJ podcast.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. We got Michael Murphy III in the building.
What's up?
Got a new album. Say what's up, bro.
Hey. What's up, y'all?
What's the name of the album?
The album?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Is it by me?
By
no, just playing. I'm just playing. 3-1.
3-1. 3-1 by Michael III.
Michael
I like
Murphy III, baby. That's what it is, man. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it, man.
Man, you're welcome, man. I think I'm the lucky one.
Hey, nah.
So how you like the process of making the album? How did you enjoy it?
Oh man, the process was crazy actually. Making the album, the whole thing was really like just moments, really like great moments that just happened. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the feature tracks were just kind of like the people came in the studio. We had no plan. You know what I mean? Byron would just be like making a fresh beat. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, and all of a sudden like someone's got something. And it just
here we go from
like,
there.
all right, this is what we're doing then.
Did it feel effortless in the way of like, or did it feel like it was hard, like it was a tedious process?
I wouldn't say it was hard. It didn't feel hard or tedious at all. It was a great time, man. We were laughing the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was
literally the whole time, man. There's so many things that got cut from the audio on the project. So many things, bro. Oh my God. They got cut from the beginning of the intros, or just like me, messing up, you know what I mean? And like screwing up a word or whatever it may be, man. There's just so many. And we kept a few on the project, you know what I'm saying? But not all of them.
I get
Not
you.
all of them should have been there.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. And for the 3 people that were in the building, me, Byron, and Crispy picked.
Shout out to Crispy, man. Shout out to Crispy.
Dope, man. Crispy's the man.
Hopefully, me, Byron. Was it all done in the same studio?
Did we record? Let me think about it. Because they moved, so I had to think about it. Yeah, it was all recorded in the same studio.
But basically by the same people. So
So Byron G, and he produced the whole thing. He mixed the whole thing, mastered it, engineered it, recorded all of that. Like that was all him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I just wrote to it and
guys,
recorded it.
It's a dope project. 3-1. Go check it out. It's everywhere. If you're a fan of hip hop, I'm sure you're gonna like it.
Hey,
that's basically what I have to say. I'm not even just go listen to it. If you like hip hop, you're gonna like it.
I appreciate that, man.
I think one of the things I got from the album, and we kind of talked about this earlier before we started recording. Your name is kind of symbolic through the from me listening to the project. 3-1, is that tied into your name?
So it's definitely a play on the 3s. Being the third. You know what I mean? But so basically, I used to go by MoFlo, as like you said we were talking about earlier, and went through a lot of like life changes. And I feel like creative changes as well. And so for about a year or so, I was kind of battling with like, do I just, start just accepting me, you know what I mean? And being me and just like,
stop pretending basically.
Yeah, like, not that I was necessarily, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. You found who you were, you're true.
Yeah, like, I found more of a purpose for myself, I guess you could say. And, so with the 3s and 3-1, like I said, the album artwork is my grandfather and I, and my grandfather was the 1, you know what I'm saying? So it's got the 3-1 underneath us. And it is a bit of an ode, to him, for sure.
Nice.
Because, he had committed suicide, about a decade ago.
So yeah,
a little tough, but
so there's definitely some meaning to the project. That's a tough subject,
sure.
And we definitely won't get into all of it.
Yeah, and I didn't touch on that in this particular project. You know what I mean?
But still, it's kind of,
But it's there.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's still a lot of it.
I picked up on it, without, I just felt from listening, this importance to you about your name in some way of, that's what I got from it.
Hey, third time's a charm. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Tell the people a little bit about yourself. How did you get into rap? Was this something that was natural to you, or how did you from New Hampshire, of all places? So how do you fall into this?
Yeah. So I guess in a way you could say it's natural. So when I was real young, I was in therapy. And one of the things they had suggested to me was to do poetry.
Okay.
So I was, I would do that, and I used to enjoy doing that. And then I started to obviously get a little older and be introduced to music and hip hop music and things like that. So I was like, what if, maybe I'll try this out, try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I had a buddy who lived down the street from me that was kind of like in the same boat-ish. And so we just started kind of spitting some rhymes, passing a microphone on a karaoke machine, recording to a tape, you know what I mean? Like,
old school.
Just doing something, having fun with it, you know what I'm saying? And from there, it just kind of grew. I never stopped writing, you know what I mean? I write all the time, even though there are some songs that are and will be out that have not had a single word written down, but like Bluetooth Connect, actually.
Yeah, I like that song.
You do?
That's a first song in the album, correct?
Yeah, that's the intro to the album, man. Yeah. I didn't write a single word of that.
I still like
not
it.
Not a single.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, it's just crazy to me. That was one of those moments in the studio where
just
like Crispy has heard me freestyle off the top of the dome a lot, and he's always like, "Dude, you don't even need a pen." And so there was one day I'm like, "Yo, let's see if he's right."
Throw it out there, see what happens.
And it happened the one time, it might happen again. I don't think it's an every time occurrence. I'm no Styles P or Jay-Z, but
yeah. No, that's and those dudes, like they don't, freestyling and not writing a song are two different things. I think people get that confused. I think those people just have like a memory bank that they could sit in a beat and like
they could
learn what there's
So I've heard Jay-Z writes his verse in his head.
Yes, and then he lays it down.
Styles P, I think, is similar.
Yes.
But a lot of his stuff is definitely just off the top,
yeah,
which I respect. You know what I mean? I grew up off both of them anyways. So
it's both are an art form. Some people are freestyle rappers and they're great at that, and they can't write. And then there's some great writers that can't freestyle. It's two different sides.
Sometimes I prefer a freestyle, man. When I write, bro, it's
a
process sometimes.
You were telling me you're very critical.
Yeah, I overthink.
So
I overthink for sure. I'm an overthinker, which is kind of why I tried to touch on everything with the album, like some serious stuff, some fun stuff,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for everybody. You know what I mean?
This just came to my mind right now. Do you think some of our great artists, like all the great lyricists, they never have a long career for some reason?
Yeah.
They, you could go to Andre 3000, you could go Lauryn Hill. Like they don't, for whatever reason, those real lyrical people, they don't make a lot of music. Like, they don't end up making a lot of music. Do you think is it because of that trying to be perfect or like that critical?
It could be because they both are very. I feel like they're
both
very like particular in what they put out.
Yeah.
So it could be.
Yeah, because I don't know if you heard the interview. Andre 3000 was saying that he feels like he's not relatable, like he's old. So what
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand that mindset a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, kids are different nowadays, so
kids are so different nowadays.
Trying to relate to them is a little different than we grew up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. I'm like,
back to your upbringing. Yeah. Do you have? And I ask this question to everybody, but do any of your parents, family members that you know of, did music at some point, or you the first?
So I had a grandfather, not the same one on the front cover, who played guitar.
Okay.
But as far as that's about all I know. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if he ever did more with it. You know, my little brother played guitar and such a little bit.
Yeah, but that's it. That means you guys do have an attraction towards music.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there, man. Yeah. You know, and if not, then you know I'll break that mold. I'm cool with it.
Hey, it's good to be the first sometimes.
Hey, it is. You know.
So what do you think of you know when you were coming up? What were your influences? Like who did you listen to?
So I think, and I always love saying this because it was a realization I had when I was an adult. I didn't realize how thankful that I would be for it, but so when I was younger, my parents kind of tried to censor the music that I listened to as a kid.
Yeah, my parents did the same thing. I think that's our gen. I'm 33, so we're right there. So my parents were like, "You're not listening to this."
Yeah, this isn't that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like
Uncle Luke.
They'd find the CD, be like, "Where'd you get this from?" I'm
no.
Oh no.
My parents tripped out with Uncle Luke. It was like MTV at nighttime after 12 or something.
Man,
Uncle Luke came out. My parents was like, "No,
nope, not happening." Oh, that's great. All right, word. So you understand then, man. So basically, I grew up off a lot of like Run DMC, you know, Will Smith. Criss Cross, you know what I mean? All of them, man, you know, when hip hop was
summertime.
Yeah, oh
come
my
on.
God, bro. That's still
come
a
on,
jam,
yeah,
bro.
come on, man.
Good music never dies.
If I'm having a cookout, that will be played
always
at some point,
bro.
Throughout,
Has to be, man. You know, yeah, man. So I grew up off, you know, KRS-One, you know, and then I had a bit of like a heavy metal phase for a while. So, you know, but I was always listening to like Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, Korn, Limp Bizkit a little bit, you know what I mean? So a lot of like the new metal, which was like the hip hop influence metal anyways. And then I just flipped, man. I'm back on. It's basically hip hop all the time. You know, sometimes I'll throw some other stuff in. You know, I like a little bit of everything. But hip hop's my home. You know what I mean? And now nobody censors it, so I listen to what I want and I write what I want. You know what I'm saying?
It's nice. Yeah, I mean, when I grew up, you know, I didn't come. You know, I'm coming from a different country, so I you know, I'm like, I started with hip hop and like Jay-Z and Nas. That was my introduction. To hip hop, and then I went back and listened to all the people that you mentioned. Once I learned their language, but that's how I got introduced.
See, I learned their language first, and then I was like, all right, let me check out Jay-Z and Styles P and, you know, Ghostface and all that.
Everybody
you know
else, So. You know, since you are, white. Did you get influenced by, of course, Eminem?
I mean, a little bit. You know what I mean? But I don't.
You don't sound like him. I'm not saying anything because you.
Thank you.
You don't not.
Thank you.
I'm not saying anything that way. You don't.
Not that that's disrespectful.
No. Eminem is great. Eminem is great.
I feel like it's a very, because I'm white.
Yeah,
and I hate I hate saying that, but because I get that comparison.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked
you ain't the only one.
Yeah. The reason why I asked it wasn't because of your music reminds me of him, because there is some white rappers that you do see like, oh, this is definitely off of this tree.
Yeah.
You're not like that,
yeah.
But being a white rapper, which is in the minority in this industry,
I suppose,
and you are from New Hampshire. Does it
Facts, bro.
Has it made it harder, you think, a little bit? I mean, you're traveling, you were telling me outside an hour and a half for studio time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people ain't doing that.
Yeah. Hour and a half there, hour and a half back.
Yeah, and you're making great music and you're actually doing it for a long time. So that shows the commitment. A lot of people won't do it. Like we said in the car, some people have everything and they still quit.
Yeah, that's true. It's true because it got it too easy, man. They don't want it.
Yeah,
they don't. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. So is the answer yes? It has made it a little bit tougher, you think, or is it just where you're from?
I've never really thought about it. Maybe that's potentially what it is, man. That could be part of it. I guess I never really thought about that much.
Okay.
Because I don't really think about race. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't really. I mean, obviously, I know.
Of course,
know what I mean. I know, but like, it's not a thing that really.
Yeah, and then
I think about often. I guess.
I may add, when we were growing up, it wasn't a thing as much as it is now.
Not as much. I mean, it was, but not as much.
Yeah,
as
like
now
it came
all.
back. Like
it
like
did, and that's what I'm like. Oh man. Oh,
yeah,
like.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's sad, man.
It is. Sad. It is. But man,
yeah,
it's a downer. Even just mentioning it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I try not to talk too much about it because
there's no point. Yeah, and there's no
sure.
point. Like it's just no winning.
But I do always think it's funny when people make that comparison, the Eminem.
Them,
which shout out M,
He's
dope.
Great.
And I'm not going to say I haven't listened to his music. And obviously, I feel like
Everybody.
teenage white boy that wanted to rap, somewhere, you could deny it all you want, but somewhere in there.
He's the first. He made it, he broke
it
through,
Yeah, he made it a real, like, oh, wait.
They could do it too.
We could,
like,
we could do it too. Which again, even at that age, I wasn't even thinking about.
Correct.
I was young, so
shout out to him. Now, with that said, and we talked about the past influences. What do you listen to nowadays?
Man, I still listen to 90s and 2000s hip hop.
Yeah, me too.
Mostly.
Yeah,
and that's why it's so. Speaking of comparisons, like I would love to be compared to somebody else that like wasn't white.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would be an honor to me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up off Cats, so speaking of that, and who I listen to, Styles P.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Tech Nine, for sure. Atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah.
Exhibit.
Yeah.
DMX. You know what I mean? All them cats. Redman, Method Man.
And I see that, especially like Redman, I see the fun that you have with your music.
Yo, that's dope.
I could see that.
I aim for that on a couple of those tracks for sure.
Yeah, because you could switch your style. You could put, some people are very rigid, and that's no disrespect.
I just write whatever it is, man.
It's fun. It's fun.
I like and that's I appreciate that, man. I love Redman. Dude.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Come on.
Like when I'm
to
just
this day, he still drops music here and there.
Yeah, here and there, man.
He's
got that like slap the shit out you.
Man, that is the funniest music video.
Yeah. Oh my
man,
God.
And the lyrics is still there.
Yeah,
he's still Redman, and that video is hilarious. Like,
Meth too, man. Method Man still putting music out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just myself personally, like I grew up off Blackout, which I mentioned in one of the songs on the album. Actually, I grew up off Blackout and stuff. So Method Man and Redman are top 5, 3. You know what I mean? They're up there.
They're up,
bro.
of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So that's dope actually to hear, man.
The reason why I asked that question is, now the influence now is because it's a very trendy topic, but it is hip hop, so we're gonna discuss it. I wanted to see what you think of this whole beef going on right now.
What beef?
With
which one?
Which one? I don't know. There's a bunch of them.
I got beef?
No.
Oh man,
we got no beef.
Damn, bro.
We above that.
Not
here.
us. No. Someone got beef with me. I don't know about. Yeah,
but
right.
The whole J. Cole, the 3 kings of rap, all crap.
Wait, there's 3 kings?
Well, they say,
Who's the 3?
Yeah,
who's
J.
the 3rd?
Cole.
Hey,
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Michael the 3rd, baby.
No, I know. It's J. Cole, Kendrick, and what? Drake?
Yeah. What do you think of that? What did you
So I'm going to be real. I live in a box, bro.
Okay.
I haven't really been following because, like, why? You know what I'm saying?
That's a great question.
You
Do you like any of them as artists?
Yeah. I like Jay.
Yeah.
I like J. Cole.
Yeah.
And I like Kendrick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know if I like one more than the other, man. So this is the thing, and I don't remember who I heard say this. Maybe Method Man. I don't. They're not the same.
They're different artists.
You can't.
All three of them. Yes.
You can't compare them to each other.
I agree
You know what I'm
with that.
saying? And I like Drake too, but I'm not. I don't like. I'm not deep with Drake type deal. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole though, I've like dove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kendrick, I've
Yeah.
had friends that have dove, so I've unknowingly dove and been like, yo, okay, you know.
Yeah. I'm a J. Cole fan. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm probably one of the biggest.
If
fans.
I had to pick one,
and you know, I was I was disappointed with his how he dealt with the whole thing.
now I'm gonna have to go check it all out.
Yeah, oh, you should definitely.
I know I'm late to the party. I've
Yeah.
been seeing it everywhere,
Yeah.
but I'm like, nah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he just tapped out, which
Beefs are just, I don't know. Beefs are just weird to me now.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole thing.
doesn't-
I didn't
yeah.
believe it at first. I'm like, oh, this
Right.
is a trick. I was the whole time. I'm like,
Yo, it might be, bro.
yeah, I think so. I mean, the way J. Cole put out a fake diss song and then apologized, and it was just like, what?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, why are you gonna
That's why I was like, this is something weird's going on here.
write
Like-
this song that's vague enough that you feel better because you got it out,
Exactly.
but nobody knows who it's about. Just talk your shit.
Exactly. Hey, what you was doing the whole
You know what I
time.
mean?
So it's just like it was a little,
man.
it's a little weird to me.
Yo, I feel like J. Cole has a loyal fan base. You know what I mean? I don't feel like a diss track is necessary from him.
Yeah.
That would be my opinion.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I
You
felt
know?
like he
So
should have
did
never.
he start it technically? Is that
no,
what
no,
happened?
no.
Oh, okay.
There's a beef between Drake and Kendrick. That's the. That's
Sorry, bro. I'm
yeah.
sorry, bro. Okay. All right.
So that's pretty much how they have the real beef.
What's their beef about?
Beats me.
Okay. All right.
Two,
All right. Word.
two.
So I haven't missed much there. I
No,
guess.
2
All right.
billion. It's about girls, basically. That's what it comes down to, basically.
Man, bro.
It always comes down to some girls and sneak, dissing people here and there. I guess Drake dissed him about his split in his company, how much he gets from his real music, and petty stuff.
Yeah,
And
but
they-
who cares?
Exactly. That's my whole thing. It's like
Yeah,
this
on
is
top
all
of that.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
like
all right, so who cares?
there's like
So,
billionaires
so
talking
you
about.
getting the straight up. This is straight first reaction. I don't know any of this information.
Good.
bro. So
Good. I like it because you could.
This is how I feel
Yeah.
for real. Wow, what?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. The whole thing to
Drake,
me
you
was,
lose. First off, that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry.
like lyrically.
Lyrically, Drake loses. The only reason I think Drake could win is he can do more styles.
He could do the fun stuff.
But
He
does
could make it a
does he
club
even
record.
write his own stuff? Was that a rumor that he has a ghostwriter?
That's a rumor. I mean,
Does he write his own stuff?
I think he writes his own stuff. Maybe he
Okay.
has had help at some point and something like
okay.
that.
Okay.
But I've taken from real dudes like Method Man that have been in the building with Drake and
Yeah.
they seen it firsthand.
Because ghostwriting's a real thing, man.
Yes,
it is.
exactly.
bro. You
It's
know
been
what I mean?
done through the ages.
Cassidy, another huge influence, dope MC.
Yeah,
He
goes road for a lot of people.
He probably still does, man.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And he hasn't
Kiss.
been putting out records like
Yeah,
that.
Kiss is he's wrote for so many people.
Jadakiss?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He goes road
Oh,
for so
bro.
many people.
I mean, hey, get
Styles
your bag,
P.
man. Get your bag, bro.
Yeah. So I do have a thing with if you're a rapper and you don't write your own stuff, I do have a problem with that. I will say
Oh
that.
yeah. No,
you
I
know.
write all my own stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Let's get that out
Always
the
have,
way.
always will. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I don't, then it's off the top, and that's just how it go.
Yeah, that's a little weird to me if you're a rapper. Like if you
Yeah.
like, it's rumor Kanye doesn't write. Kanye never, he has a bunch of ghostwriters. Kanye West, but I never took Kanye as that though.
I liked Kanye before he switched up.
I like okay, everybody,
Like, yeah, no, like when he was like before he was even Kanye.
Yeah, the
You know
first
what I'm saying?
album,
Like,
College Dropout. That's what you're talking about.
No,
Yeah.
like before that.
Just when he was making beats.
He was doing stuff with like Dilated Peoples and you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I said, man,
Yeah,
I that's the I dove into that stuff, man.
Yeah, I like College Dropout, Kanye. Like the first 3
I mean,
albums.
yeah. You know, I like his earlier stuff as far as that as well. But I'm trying to remember. He went by. That was a good one.
You heard that? Yo, caught that was my neck.
Conscious. I can't even remember what he went by right now. But I'm pretty sure he went by a different name, man.
Before?
I'm pretty sure he produced the songs I've heard him on too. But like,
the producer.
But he's also said in interviews he used to talk about that stuff just to breach that market and didn't actually care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I liked him when he was faking it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what sucks, bro.
Man, that's messed up.
So it's kind of messed up.
So we liked him when he was faking it. Now the true self, we're like, nah, this dude's wild.
I mean, I have unpopular opinions about everything, and I know when not to speak.
Yeah.
Kanye's crazy, but he ain't always crazy, basically.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
no. That is 100%. That's the messed up part of it.
Yeah.
That it's crazy, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not always crazy,
Yeah.
man. Like if you really dive into something,
everything he said
like,
it always has some merit to it.
Hey, even if you think something's BS, you should look into it. That's question everything.
That's a smart person talking.
Yeah,
that is a smart person talking.
Man.
That is a smart person talking right there. You have to question everything. Mm-hmm. Now switching the subject a little bit and bringing it back to you.
You're getting my ego shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we all need it a little bit. Rapping, you do have to have some type of a little bravado to you.
Yeah. Man,
because
I struggle with that. Honestly,
you try to keep it and you try to hide it.
I mean, I don't see it as much as everybody else, and that's a me flaw. Then that goes with like all aspects of my life. I've been. Did I turn my mic off or down? I hit a button.
No, don't.
All right, we straight. We good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I struggle actually, and I've been realizing this literally in the past, I don't know, week or so, month or so. I struggle with like accepting that something can just be good for me, or like that I'm doing good. You know what I mean?
A lot of people, there's a name for that. I think is imposter syndrome.
Maybe.
I think that's what it's called. You just don't think you deserve it because of where you're coming from,
like,
or you don't believe it.
I just always I got trust issues bad. Like I just always be overthinking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I be just reading into stuff sometimes, and on the personal side, but like on the music side, I'm like, people are like, oh, that's great. I was like, yeah, okay, it was all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes out, you know what I mean? Get a couple more of these in me, it'll be out a little more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, every once in a while it'll be there, but it's really hard for me to live there.
That's healthy. That's a healthy. That's because, like I said, you have to have that if you want to be great at anything and you want to accomplish.
Critic, bro.
Yeah, you have to have it. You have to have
so, I know that's what I hate is like I gotta talk about myself and kind of be full of myself, in this hip hop game. So I talk a lot of smack in my records.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of braggadocious records for sure. And that's my favorite style because
that's rap. That's hip hop. That's the hip hop.
It's hip hop, and it's who I want to be in a way, but don't feel okay being. You know what I mean? Like just in a normal day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We growing.
Yeah,
that's all we can do is keep growing.
Exactly.
At
That's
least I
part of it.
recognize it at this point.
You're a lot of people don't do that, which you reflect. You look, you criticize yourself, like you said. You
might as well carry a freaking mirror around,
man.
bro.
A lot of people need that.
Yo,
a lot of people need that.
They can have some of mine.
That will help.
They can have some, bro. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
It will help a lot of people, bro. Because I see some people is like, hey, listen, like, come on,
got to, man.
Yeah,
like you can't always be right. You
exactly.
know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta sit back and be like, yo, what you doing isn't right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Explain it, get it out, do what you gotta do. But like, you know.
Yeah,
And once you figure out what it is, then you can kind of start working towards how to
fixing
fix
it.
that.
Yeah,
And there's
'cause-
no timeline on it.
exactly.
You know, just do a little bit every
At
day.
least if you recognize it, that's a start. You have to recognize it so you can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree 100% on that. On that end. Music videos.
Mm.
How is that for you? Do you like it, or do you, or
You know, I do. I wish I would do more of them. I do like them. I'm not sure.
I mean, when I'm basically my question is, do you like the process of making the video? Of course, looking at it back, but like the process of making a video, did you enjoy that or nah?
Oh, the 3-2-1 music video.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
any of
Yeah, actually, that video was super fun. That was probably the last two music videos that I've shot. The last one was playing cards with life as MoFlo. But off of this project, 3-2-1
yeah.
was a lot of fun. It was a little cold that day, man.
Yeah.
We were walking around Nashua. It was me, Chris B, and Byron G. Didn't really have a plan. You know what I'm saying? We were like, yo, let's just, it doesn't need anything crazy. It's just a fun song. So let's just, do a few shots and see what happens. Had a couple of ideas, like the camera shake thing. Like I was like, yo, I kind of want to see if maybe we could do that for this part. Things kind of hit us as we were walking around. Me jumping out of the tires.
Yeah.
At the beginning there, that was not planned. Literally, I'm like, yo, guys, I'm going to sit on these tires. Let's get a scene of me sitting on the tires. And I was like, yo, let's get a scene with me getting out of the tires. He's like, all right, dude. And he shot it and he was like, actually, that looks pretty cool. And I was like, all right, let's keep it. So we roll with it. It was a lot of fun putting it together that way. And Crispy also, he shot it and he edited it. But I was there a lot of the time that he was editing it. So like we were both working on it together. And like we talked about a little earlier, video editing is a whole nother process.
Yeah, it's tough. Shout out to Crispy, man.
Yeah, Crispy's the man, bro. That's my brother. But yeah, so it was fun. It was a good time, man. I try and have a good time with everything I do.
That should be the purpose.
Interviews, video shoots, recording the album. You know what I mean? All of that. I try and have a good time.
You have to have fun. If not, why do it? Right?
100%.
The reason why I asked the whole video thing was because when we were growing up, there was skits. Like there was videos. Was like, oh, this video job. You have to go watch. We have to go watch it.
Yeah, that was such a huge thing back in the day, man.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess it still is.
And some artists don't.
Way.
Some artists do it right. But it's not the same as before. Some people do it just to do it.
Yeah. Which is kind of partially what the 3-2-1 video was. I mean, it was definitely for promotion.
Yeah.
To help promote the album because it dropped a few days earlier.
But you definitely have fun doing it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, so much fun. You know what I mean? Good people, good times, you know what I mean? Also, I don't know if you know anybody and if we should talk off air about it or not, but I will be looking for actors and actresses for future videos at some point as well. Okay. Or like extras or anything.
Nice.
I've been wanting to make a post, but I'm bad at the post. So there you know.
You go. We'll clip this out.
Anybody watching?
Yeah. We'll clip it out and we'll definitely. Hey, listen, I don't know any actors, but putting the word out there never hurts,
even people that just want to give it a shot.
Exactly. Just try it out. There you go.
We you got a dog you want to put in the video. You know what I mean? Let's go. Exactly. I'm down for it because that's just. I want to have fun. I want to include people. You know what I mean? I want to help build that community for sure. With everybody that wants to be involved. And why not?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Why not? Why not have your dog come to my video? What's the issue with having a dog come to your video?
Hey, we like dogs.
I mean? Yeah. You just want to stand there and wear, you know what I mean? Like, just stand there. That's cool. That's you know what I mean? We need 30 people. You want to be one of them? All right, then we only need 29. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's do it.
Crispy and I got some crazy ideas for potential videos, some more basic ones, but we also... Like the album is very conceptual. We were talking about, you know what I mean, in the truck as well. the videos that we have planned, some of them are also very conceptual and, you know, may extend the length of the song itself.
Yeah.
But it'll, you know, create this whole vision that we're having with it. You know what I mean? So, which they used to do, man.
Exactly.
Used to get a video with like a 1.5-minute intro that was not on the song.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think the last video I seen, I think Nipsey did it. I think Nipsey had a song like that where it was just like a whole like scene to introducing into the song. It's like a whole story, so it matches the song at the end.
Yeah, I think
that's cool.
Dave East. I don't know if you mess with Dave East at all.
Yes, of course.
I think he's got a video where like right in the middle of the song, like the song cuts out and he's got a scene real quick. Yeah. And it goes back into the song. And I was like, yo.
Jay did dope. That. I forget to what song it was, but Jay had the same thing.
Yo, I mean, it adds a little extra to
exactly to the song. It adds visual, like people could actually see what the song is about and what you're saying.
It creates more than just like that audio recognition.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It gets more of the senses involved. You know what I mean? Like, so, and there's a couple songs on the project that they tell a story.
Yes.
So I'm like, why not try and turn this into like a story thing?
People can actually see.
I'm not no actor, but I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? Like, we
never know. You never know.
You know, I mean, Ludacris, man. Shout out Ludacris, bro. He ain't really dropping music, man, but he be doing commercials and movies still.
Exactly.
Get that bag, man.
Exactly. and I like his movies, man. I like what he does.
I think he owns the record label and stuff still too. You know what I mean? So
you
know, multiple.
Big fan of Luda.
You can't just be a rapper, bro. That's the thing. There's no way to just be a rapper.
Yeah, I think you can't just be one thing anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, those days are over.
Over.
Yeah, in the 80s you could do that.
Man, I need to go back, bro.
They had it good back then, man.
I mean, it was a whole other struggle for sure.
Of course.
I mean?
It's easier. It's a give and take, right?
Yeah. I think some of them played it smart. I think other ones didn't, which is still, it's the same now.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what I mean? Like if I was to be presented with a contract, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to find it. That's the other issue I find in New Hampshire, man. There's like, I don't see a lot of options for entertainment lawyers in my area. You know what I mean? Because it's not really a thing.
It's not exactly.
You know,
I would say that really even here. Even here.
Yeah.
Man, just you thinking about that is surely some artists ain't even thinking about that.
I mean, that's what overthinking is, a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I plan and I strategize because, you know what I mean, I got things going and gears working. I remember things from 7 years ago that I still have planned that haven't come to fruition. You know what I mean?
But you laid the groundwork.
And that's what it is, dude.
Do you think it's necessary to sign to a label nowadays, or
no.
do you? Yeah, because
not nowadays.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, they're taking
unless
it's a partnership.
It's the right. So depends what you're looking for. Would be my opinion.
Okay.
So I don't know if it would be a label or if it would just be like a contract deal. But if I was offered a contract, you know, it would probably just be like a preliminary run for myself. I'll be like, I'll sign a contract if it's like one project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll do one project, we'll do a run. But in that sense, I would be like, what kind of sponsorship opportunities would you get me?
Exactly.
So, because that may be what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? But depending on what you're looking for, you know, that might not work for you. Or it may work better because they, you know, what they offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because basically, what do they do nowadays?
I don't really know, because I be working my ass off. So
that's what I'm saying. Like artists are promoting themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know what they look back. I mean, I know like,
they control the radio. They got connections. You know, all that stuff. I guess.
I mean, I think what it is, and I don't know because I haven't been presented one, so I can't speak for actual fact and everything. But based off what I've heard, I think basically like they loan you money. And then you use that money for whatever you're working on with the project.
Then you got to pay it back.
And then you got to pay it back type of deal. Or, you know, whatever it may be. I don't know, though, man. I don't even think I would give them the time of day.
Yeah, it's just I don't
You
see
know, unless like they laid it out and like they made sense and it was beneficial.
like, yeah, I need 10 million.
Like, yeah, like you want me. What can you offer me? You know what I mean? Not what can I offer you because you want me. That's weird.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people need to understand that is they're gonna own your work and
So
they're
I
gonna
would
keep
do
making money
like
off of
the
that.
one project deal. You know what I mean? See if it works for them. See if it works for me.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then all right.
Yeah.
Whatever. I will take what we both got from it and
Exactly.
call it a day.
It has to be more of a of a partnership type of thing at that point. Yeah. Even J. Cole, one thing I did like about this whole beef is that he dropped music and it was incredible. I liked the whole project. I might delete later. One of those lines, it was, he bought his masters from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And then he says it's like, yeah, it was, whatever, I had to buy a bag, but business is business.
Yeah.
That's the line basically.
That's why I love the deal. Byron and I are cool, man. You know what I mean? Like I set it up. It's 50-50 with him and I. That's what it is. Anything else happens, it comes out of my cut. You know what I mean? He gets his 50% off everything. Okay. I handle it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The back end with the ASCAP and all of that, like I figured all that out. You know what I mean? I don't need a label to do that. I don't need any of that. You know what I mean? If they can help me book shows cross country, go on tour, okay.
Yeah, you could sign a distribution deal.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's beneficial. But somebody owning your music, it's just weird now. Like come on, I don't know if
I own my music, but I think if I wanted to do something with my music, Byron would be like, "Yeah, you good." You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna take care of him, whatever happens with that. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Like as much as it's my baby, that's his baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like we both raised that thing up from the ground. You know what I mean?
Ain't no issues. Yeah, that's very important. That's very important. Everything to be clear on the open.
It can't just be a solo thing, man.
Nobody does it on their own. That's the thing too.
No, even if they say they do, they didn't.
A lot of people think they do.
A lot of people think they do. Yeah.
Once it's done, they think they do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, this project's great.
Yeah,
like,
I did it. It's it's a little different. You have any? So the project's been out how long? 3 to 1
since March 21st.
March 21st.
So about a month, a little over a month.
You like reactions so far?
I've heard good things, man. I've been. I've gotten it added to a few different playlists. A couple of other podcasts have like shouted it out or added it to their Instagram or whatever it may be. So a lot of people are enjoying it. You know what I mean? The numbers are better than anything I've done before, so I must be doing something right. You know what I mean?
Shows the growth.
Yeah, man. No, like 3-2-1. I think on Spotify is like 4,000 streams or something like that.
In a month.
That's and I've never had a song that high, and I got 2 of them that are up there. You know
nice,
that
nice.
one and "Do It" with Life and Marley B.
Shout out Marley B. I like that one Life. Too. Yeah. It's a dope project.
I appreciate it.
What's next? What's next for you? What do you already started working on something else? You got?
Oh, I'm always working on something, man. I've been focused on the back end a lot. I just dropped the website.
Okay. Oh yeah. I did see that. You see that post? Yeah.
mmthethird.com. That's officially out. It's a little bare. It's still brand new. You know what I mean? But as things start filling up, it'll fill up too.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah. It feels good to have it out. You know what I mean? Like it's there. You can find all the streaming there. You can find all the socials. You can find the album. Right now it's discounted actually. I'm selling it $10 for the download, you know what I mean? As opposed to like I think it's 14 on the website, usually 15 maybe on iTunes, you know what I mean? Because people have been loving it. So I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? So I'll give it to you, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, I need a little help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Sorry for the $10. Yeah. I know it's a lot. No, I'm just fucking with you. But, I can't.
if we want
I
to keep
wanna
it going,
doing this. Yeah,
exactly. We have to make a
Cost
living.
some dough, man. At least cover some gas money. Help me get to the studio so I can
Ex-
put more out for y'all. You know
Exactly,
what I mean?
exactly. And it's dope, man. And I'm not just saying it to say it.
Hey,
Definitely a dope album.
I appreciate
One
that,
of the
man.
best.
I put a lot of heart into it, so that means a lot for real.
Yeah, no, definitely one of the best projects I heard from around the area.
Hey.
You know, so keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
Michael Murphy the third, EDJ Studios, the EDJ podcast. If you have anything to say, where to follow you, I know you got the website.
Yeah, so I got the website mmthethird.com. That's the 3RD, mmthe3rd.com. Same social media is Michael Murphy, the 3RD. You know what I mean? So the third, because it just looks weird with the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all lowercase. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to spell it out, I guess, like this. Yeah, but that's everywhere you can find me. Michael Murphy the third. Everywhere, you know what I mean? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Go check them out, guys.
Yeah,
3 to 1. Go check it out. It's a dope project. Like I said, if you like real hip hop, go check it out. I'm telling you.
Without feeling egotistical, you like real hip hop.
Yeah.
Check out the project.
Definitely. Nice project. Hey, my brother, thank you very much.
Hey, no, thank you. Appreciate you having me on today, man.
Thank you. Oh, it's my pleasure, brother.